So hi, so it's Ken again. It's a rainy morning here in Kirkby and Ashfield, but we've got cover. So it's training time. So today we're going to work on Repulse the Monkey. We did Animals Play a few films ago, but we didn't cover Step Back to Repulse the Monkey. So we're going to go through the monkey today, and it's the monkey in the style from a Ching style Tai Chi. So let's get on with it. So postural requirements: head as if suspended from above. Pelvic area is tilted forwards, feels like it's hanging down from that suspension from above. Sink the chest around the upper back, sink the ribs to fill the lower back. When the arms are close to the body, keep that small gap underneath each armpit as if cradling a small bird's egg underneath it without crushing or dropping it. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, just behind the front teeth. The lips and teeth are together but not clenched. The same with your lips. Relax the hips, the knees, and your ankles. Keep a bend in the knees the whole time. It's very, very few times in Tai Chi you'll be asked to straighten your legs, so keep a bend in your knees the whole time. We're going to be working with those two triangles that make up the 2 feet as well to activate the plantar fascia along the soles of the feet. But let's settle ourselves, our mind, our awareness, our intent into that area about 3 fingertips below the belly button and in the center of the body. Really feeling gravity's effect on the body, the weight of the body, pinning it, or not pinning it, compressing itself against the ground, but still pushing up at the top there. Feel the skeleton lifting up inside the body. Hands neither outstretched or into claws. Just start to move from that area about 3 fingertips below the belly button and in the center of the body. Imagine you have a ball there about the same size as your fist, and you're just turning from side to side. So just loosen the body up to start with. Just loosen up the body. So waist turning exercise, which again we've worked on quite extensively in previous films. Just loosen up the body. Loosen up the body, moving from your center. Just loosening up. Just loosening up the body. Loosening up. Make sure that you're not just tensing the hip flexor muscles against the hips to get this movement. You're floating across this area that we call the qua. Some people call just the hips the qua. I call this whole area across the pelvic floor and across the hips the qua, the energy gate, or roughly translated as the energy gate. Turning. Turning, sitting down. Turning, make sure the knees stay in line with the toes. Going further forward than the toes. Just sitting down, as if you're sitting down onto a high stool. Sitting down. Then we can start to raise the toes. Pushing the toes away from the body. And this is an empty stance, dropping all the way to the body, going into one leg. Empty stance. Sinking down. So moving through these 3 vertical axes. Axis down from the top of the head to the midpoint in between the 2 feet. Axis down from the earlobes down through the center of the foot. Moving freely through these 3 vertical axes across this horizontal axis or horizontal plane. Sinking down, compressing down. And we can raise the heel. Sitting down, spiraling down, sitting down. Okay, so nice deep abdominal breaths. Breathing into the lower abdomen, into the belly. Okay, so we're going to do, as I said, we're going to do Repulse the Monkey. We're going to do it on the spot in this shoulder width stance, then we're going to do it in a bow stance, Kung Fu stance, and then we're going to do it forwards and backwards. So I'm stepping on the spot and then forwards, not forwards, backwards, step back, Repulse the Monkey. Okay, so, weight onto the side here, knee in line with the toes, straight down from the earlobe down through the center of the foot. You just take I'm going to take my left arm here, so it's the same arm, same leg here. You're just going to sit back here, sit back and turn. I'm going to slowly move over. As I turn to the back here, I'm going to move over to the other leg. Now I'll do that again. So sit back, put the arm, and then turn. So the weight's on the other leg now, so you're feeling that cross connection here. Turn, and push the arm forwards. And push the weight onto the other leg. Back onto the leg that you started on, breathing in, turning. And turning back. You put the breath into this, so breathing in. So you're rolling between those 2 triangles on the sole of the foot, activating that plantar fascia and the pump. Trying to let the knee go further forward than the toes here. So make sure you're sitting back. When the legs are at its fullest, you want more weight towards the rear of the foot, which again we've worked on quite extensively in previous films. Breathing in, And breathe out. Really relax the shoulder. Keep the shoulder nice and relaxed. You're just controlling your arm using the waist and the strength of the earth. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. So just turning from the duality, turning from your center. So the whole body's moving like a turning wheel. Opening all the joints in between the bones. Feeling the body compressing that fluid in between the bones. Creating that hydraulic-like compression. Giving you an energy source to utilize, to use, to release and steer with your waist and your center of gravity. You're not stretching here, but you feel a lengthening and contraction of the connective tissue, the white myofascia, the stringy, stretchy connective tissue inside the body, or myofascia. Breathing in, nice deep abdominal breaths. And breathing in, just turning your breathing in. Okay, we'll try it on the other side. Let's drop the weight of the body onto the other leg. So on the other side, I'm going to my right leg here. So you can mirror me or just do the opposite one to the one that you started with. Take your right arm or the same arm, same leg. And again, we're going to turn to the back. Feel this turning, pushing up like that, flipping up. Turning. Breathing in. So when doing it with just one arm, I have more of a shift from side to side. So I can maintain my connectedness and really lever the arm up. When it comes to using two arms, you'll see I don't make as much a shift from leg to leg because the other arm, the two arms work together, they balance each other out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Everything moving together. From your center, pressing the body against the ground, pressing that fluid in between the joints, lengthening connective tissue, using all that compression, that lengthening and contraction as an energy source. Release it in spirit with your center of gravity. Use that to keep your body in, or use it to set your body into motion and keeping your body in this motion. Breathing in. Breathing in. Let's bring the other arm back into play. Breathing in, trying to think about it too much. Breathing in, no mind. Don't let your mind wander away from what you're doing. It's enough here to focus that wandering. There's not enough here to keep that wandering mind occupied. Your mind just start to wander away, especially if you are more familiar with these movements. Your mind just start to wander away. You just tell yourself, no, I'm not thinking those random thoughts of the future or the past. I'm not thinking those thoughts, I'm connected, focusing on what I'm doing in this moment. Breathing in. Your arms are rolling like a roller coaster. Tai Chi is often called swimming on dry land, so you can feel like you're swimming through the air here. Or feel like you're swimming through water. Feel the resistance of the water. Feel yourself pulling yourself through the water, finding that path of least resistance through the water. I don't know why I chose to do a Repulse the Monkey film, because I really find Repulse the Monkey quite hard. There's a lot going on here. And hard to stay whole body connected. Breathing in. So you might find that I don't talk as much after this. Yeah, keep breathing in. And breathing in. It's really opening up the lungs here. Make sure you're not sticking your chest or your ribs out. And feel that opening of the lungs. Breathing in. And breathing out. Expanding the lungs. Breathing in. And breathing out. I do believe that Repulse the Monkey, if you were to associate it with one of the 5 elements, you would associate it with a metal element, which is associated with the lungs. Breathing out. So a way to maintain your whole body connectedness. So you can imagine that you're turning over a dog. Yeah, you You could imagine you turning over a large ball here. Or turning over, as my late instructor used to say, as if you're turning over a big log. You can imagine, it's more of a qigong one, you can imagine there's an eye in the center of each hand. And these eyes keeping an eye on each other. You'll never lose sight of each other. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, so we'll come back to that. So let's do it in a bow stance now. So drop the weight of the body onto, I'm going to drop onto my right leg to start with. Again, you can mirror me or you can do the same as I'm doing with my right leg, onto the left toes up to the side, just a 45 degree out to the side, and a step straight forwards. So we're in a gongu stance, a bow stance. Gongu stance. Okay, I'm just going to turn west. Turn west. Turning west. One arm going forwards, one arm going back, both arms going up at the same time, both arms going down at the same time. I'm pretty much keeping the head in the centre between my 2 feet, but there is a slight shift of the weight from leg to leg. Really feeling that spiralling energy coming up through the body. Spiralling energy coming up through the body. Turning, swinging your arms. Relaxing the hips, quad area across the heads and thigh bones, the pelvic floor, the perineum. Keeping nice and upright, sink the ribs, fill the back. Getting higher. I don't really have enough space to get as high as I like here. You can do this until you're kind of clapping your hands above your head. I'm running out of space here. You're battering my knuckles on the ceiling. You can do it until you clap your hand above your head. Battering this. Okay, and then just change stance. So you have the other foot forward. Now make sure the knees are staying in line with toes. The front foot toes are pointing straight towards the back foot toes. The back foot toes are pointing over towards the corner of wherever you're training. If you have corners, you know. Perfect circular room. Could be, never know. So, really generating the power, really boring the strength of the earth. So the weight of the body is compressing itself against the ground. You're turning away and releasing that compression, lengthening out to the tips of the fingers, lengthening the connective tissue. And you feel that contracting back, pushing up to the top of the head, so you feel that contracting back as well. And this is not just tensing to do this. It's the right amount of relaxation and tension. So you can feel the biotense energy, the gene power of the body. The gene power of the body. You can do this. Turning. Can you do it stepping? Okay. Oh yes. So we're in our bow stance. So we've got right foot forward again. So what we'll start with. Well, we'll have the right foot forward to start with. Okay. So arms up. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Feel free to adjust, narrow, or shorten your stance here. When we do this in the form, when we do this in the intermittent form, we have the feet parallel to each other when we go backwards, which gives you a lot of stability to go backwards. It's hard to do that on the spot here in this bow stance. You can have a go. Make sure you're not twisting your knees. Like breathing in, and breathing in. Still try to maintain all the force coming up from the ground. Whole body moving together. Make sure when you're doing this, you're not sticking your chest out. You're not sticking your chest out. Breathing in. Make sure you can always see hands. So your hands aren't leaving your peripheral vision. Your hands never leave your vision. Okay, you always see the hands. You always see the hands in your main sight or in your peripheral vision. We know we're keeping our nose in line with the belly button as we do this. Shoulders stay in line with the hips. Hips and shoulders stay parallel to each other and parallel to the floor. Breathing in. I am raising up ever so slightly in this. Some people say in Chumaching style Tai Chi, in Tai Chi in general there should be no rising and falling. As long as you have the principles right, I believe you can. If it happens, then you shouldn't work hard to not let it happen. As long as the principles are right. You know, this kind of is true of Tai Chi. There is no one Tai Chi. Tai Chi is relative to the person practicing. So as long as you're getting the principles right, applying them, it looks how your Tai Chi should look. And wouldn't it just change? Evolve over time. Okay, next time you're my left arm goes forward, I'm going to step back with my right foot. Step forward with my left foot. Breathing in and breathing out. This is the side that I really struggle with. I think it's my dodgy right foot. All the principles we've worked on up to this point, everything moving together, moving from your center like a turning wheel, expanding in all directions like a inflating balloon or ball. Make sure you can see the hands out the corner of each eye. Relaxing the hips, the pelvic area, the quad. Make sure you are activating all those hip flexor muscles, but you're not just excessively tensing and just moving from them. Whole body connectedness. Bio 10 seconds. Yeah. Next time your right arm goes forwards, you step back, toes in line with the foot on the opposite side of the body, step forwards the other foot. So you're staying on the spot here, so you're not moving backwards yet. Well, you're kind of moving backwards, but on the spot, if that makes sense. That's wrong. Breathing in. And breathing out. Try and maintain your feet parallel to each other. Yeah. Traveling backwards, projecting forward. As I said, in Chemaching style Tai Chi, it's quite specific. Not Pacific, not the ocean. Specific that we keep our feet parallel to each other when we go backwards here. You don't have to maintain shoulder width apart when going backwards, but you keep feet parallel to each other, which gives you quite a bit of stability going backwards. And in other styles, they'll turn the feet out. Not too specific. Either bring in or out. Whichever change will maintain our feet parallel to each other. So when stepping backwards, have the feeling as if you're turning the heel away from the body, turning the toes into the body. Turn the toes in, turn the heels out, roll down the middle of the foot. Breathing in. Breathing in. You can, I think it's more of a yang style way of doing this. My first instructor taught me this. When you go forward, you can like point with the fingers, plane with the side of the hand here, and then off. So you can point with the fingers, plane with the ledge of the hand here, and then just sink down to the palm. Yeah, but it's not. I've read all Chemaching's books, and he doesn't emphasize that in any of the books. But it's something to play with. If you are like me when I first started doing Tai Chi and all this stuff here, I had that magpie mind, always looking for the shiny new thing to do, so I went on loads of different forms, practiced lots of different styles, Chinese styles, practicing Shaolin, Sili, blah blah. A few different styles of Tai Chi. Shaolin forms, weapons forms. Because years I've been practicing, I think I'm starting to understand that less is more. I just practice Tai Chi and Yichang. Well, not really Yichang, just the standing part of Yichang. Okay, and then you can do this. Please step back. Traveling backwards, project forward. So you can travel backwards. backwards, projecting forwards, everything moving together. So this is the one that I really struggle with. You do it there. When the forms start here, travel backwards. So start from the center roll and travel backwards. Project forwards, just that front foot. So we chose one straight forwards, traveling backwards, projecting forwards, backwards, projecting forwards, drop down, around to diagonal fly. So, which we have worked on in the animals. So I'm going to finish there. So that's my Repulse monkey, the way I do it, or the way I'm doing it at the moment. So I just wanted to do this film to complete the animals. We worked on the bird animal quite early on in this series of films. So that's all 5 animals. We've just done the monkey, Repulse the monkey. We've done the stag, the bear, the tiger, and the bird. She mentions 5 animals, or 5 animal frolic. And there's lots of versions, lots of versions of the animals frolic. I'm just for now on. So I will finish this. So practice it or don't, but make sure you are practicing something. Don't get sluggish. Don't get sluggish. And I will see you in the next film. So bye for